start the Nathan. This is the Nathan Eccedo rematch?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
Eccedo.
correct.
All right. So I'm trying to rack my brain back to round one when I was not fully awake. What was crucial in that game that
Let's see.
ended up making a difference? Let me pull up Eccedo's deck
Yeah,
again.
I was doing the same thing. I was like, I need to remind myself of what Eccedo is playing. Okay.
Polish.
So
Oh, right. This is the one where I thought Master of the Theory was mind over matter. Okay.
the important things that happened in that game were Cyberclone choice. So Cyberclone, I actually think can be a relatively important card in this matchup based on what we saw. What
mhm.
he, what he chooses to Cyberclone, I think the Mark of Dis is obviously an important card. I think that he's going to have to establish a lot more of a board than he did.
Yes. Yes.
Because that was the thing is Amphora. He got the Amphora down early, but it was not like he was not getting any additional value, enough value off of what was on board to actually really make use of being able to pull. He kept pulling Nathan off of check, but wasn't actually able to accelerate after pulling him off check. Are there any shenanigans he can pull with mutagenic serum? Not really. Uh, just like the ability to just use some logo stuff on an off turn, basically, or maybe use Hystricog.
Yeah. I think obviously he'd like to prevent to the extent possible prevent. He'd like it very much if Nathan did not high roll on getting like 4 information officer gray hits.
Yes.
Like that would be ideal for him. That was pretty bad. And I think we are getting ready to start here. And let's see what happens.
Eccedo going first this round. Players in good spirits. Nice to see.
Yes.
Getting some gentle ribbing to each other.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, I think anybody who gets to this stage in the tournament can feel really good about their play.
Oh, absolutely. They both perform well. Um, I admittedly know a lot more about Nathan than I do about Eccedo IRL because I've known Nathan for a while. He's a friend of mine. I've previously been on a competitive team with him, gone to many different vaults with him. So um, Nathan knows stranger to the competitive scene. Eccedo, I believe, is. Do you know where they're based out of? Are they based out of somewhere in Europe?
I think so, but I cannot say that 100%.
Someone in
So,
chat can
yeah,
confirm
chat
for
if you
me.
know. Uh,
But I mean, they've done very well to be in this position. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, here's the Greater Oxted turn 1. Here we go. How big will the Oxted get this match?
yeah.
Time will tell.
Purges his misery exploit with which is a great card to purge.
Yeah. We did see. Was it Nathan or someone else that hit misery exploit earlier this today?
I think it was Nathan who hit misery exploit for 3.
Yeah. Okay. Eccedo is got Master of the Theory value.
Wow,
That's cool.
that was
Okay.
a
Wow. This is a crazy
huge
turn.
huge logo turn.
Purged their look. He purged. He did what you wanted him to do. He
Yeah.
purged Greater Oxted.
Yes. So that is a
4-power creature. The
yeah.
power tokens would not copy.
Come.
Actually, I don't know if they would not copy. I don't know. Can we get a judge ruling in chat? How big is Cyberclone currently?
I
Is it
think
4 or
I
does it have?
let's see.
I don't know. We don't know, and it doesn't update visually, so we don't know. I think it's 4, but we're not 100% sure that's what Cyberclone's power is currently. But it does have taunt.
4 or 7 printed power is what Nathan says.
Right
Oh,
now,
but
stab
Justin countering. Yeah, we're not
with
sure.
power counters. Interesting. All right. Well, so there's you guys TTR. If you would take a minute for me and debate it amongst
Yeah,
yourselves and tell us what you think the answer is, that
we'll
would be great.
we'll trust you.
And then we'll have Blinking Line tell us why we're all wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, we don't know anything. Well, welcome to the club. All right. So, Echoedo's having a pretty good start here. Nathan has no keys, no amber, no board, no creatures. Echoedo is on check for second key. Woof! This is a bit of This is definitely a very different start than before. All I know is Cyberclone purchased Cephals in my wide dab out and the clone was 6 power. So, okay, so Nathan, the interesting thing about, or sorry, that's Justin. Justin, the interesting thing about that is that the 6 power was well, that's interesting. I can see how that, well, there's an interesting game happening here. I'm not going to
Yeah.
devolve into a 20-minute conversation about Cyberclone, but I can see there being a distinction between power and power tokens. I don't know. Cyberclone is either 4 or 5 power, and it has taunt currently. Who knows? But yeah, I don't actually. I don't know how that'll be ruled IRL either. But we'll see if it matters. It doesn't look like it's going to matter so far.
Man, but this game is turning out very different than their first matchup.
Well, I mean, you saw that Logos turn that
Yeah.
Echoedo had turn 2. Neural Siphon, Master the Theory, Lethalogica, Serum, Cyberclone, Odd Claude. Like, that's a bonkers Logos turn. Nathan believing he's already conceding. Nathan played 2 cards. Oh, he never had a. Echoedo now has 2 keys.
2 keys.
And he gets Scylla out
Ooh.
and captured. Yeah, this is
yeah, this is feeling rough. Don't worry, Justin. We always ignore what you say.
I'm sorry. Was someone saying something? Yes. So, okay. Red alert hits for a fair amount.
I mean, the red alert was important there. That game was 100% over without a red alert that turn.
I think so. I mean, I think it's still
seeming very heavily
close. It's 90% over, but weird things can happen. And Nathan still has 1 EE left in deck. Could hit a big EE turn if the card draw happens well.
Yeah, and this is where this is an important part as the player in the driver's seat here. You don't let up off the gas. This is where you don't suddenly start giving them tons of time to like put things together. You just need to put on pressure, gain as much amber as humanly possible, and really just like kind of this is where some players are like, oh, like they'll like pity let somebody forge a key or something, and I never do that because I'm too nervous. I respect the other player way too much.
Yeah, no, I mean it's never actually over until the last key has been forged, but given that Nathan doesn't possess any cards to unforge keys, it doesn't have any key cheats. He's going to have to go very, very fast and probably hit a significant EE hit in a couple of turns.
Removing the gray, if possible, would be very ideal here.
I mean, yeah, although honestly, I'm not sure. I think Echoedo at this point just wants to blast through Amber as fast as possible. Like, I would expect an EE hit from Nathan at this point, but Nathan is now down 2 keys. So assume you're going to get 1 big EE hit and try to force Nathan's hand on that sooner rather than later, right? Get to check as soon as possible.
That that turn was his Echo Edo's last turn was a little bit interesting. He played two cards, Cumex and Torado. So it makes me really wonder what's in his
Well,
hand.
it might be like a 2/2/2 hand, but I
Yeah,
don't know if he had a lot of action. Torado is pretty good here. I mean, it's great in this matchup. I don't know how many mutants Nathan has, but I think it might actually be 0 because it's a World's Collide deck and there aren't really that many
yeah.
mutants.
Looking through, I don't believe he has any mutants. So, and the nice thing about the Torado is, establishing the Torado, you can use Mutagenic Serum next turn to get an extra Reap and a draw.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan valuing warding the gray. Oh, plus the Imperium. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, well, he's starting to establish a board. The real question here is how quickly can Echo get to check? Torado's still alive. He's the only mutant on board, but
I think it's
Echo could
probably worth using Serum there.
serum for Toronto. Yeah, probably. It depends on what else he has in hand.
And Echo Edo in the tank, uh, for a fair reason.
Well,
There's
he's yeah. Sorry, I mean,
no. I was just saying, yeah. I mean, I think this is a good time. This is a good time to go into tank. This is probably a fairly crucial turn. Of he needs to. He has Corey, Nathan. I was back and forth between calling him Coraythan and Nathan. Nathan has a pretty nasty board established, but like we said, Echo Edo's definitely in a firm, I think a firm lead. So he just needs to really just really put on the pressure. And if he can get to check this turn, I think that is absolutely the right thing to do.
yeah. So he does use the serum. He's on a dis turn, but he uses the serum to get an extra draw and reap off of Torado. He's going to play other mutants. So the argument there actually was a decent argument for not using serum if he's about to play. He just played 2 mutants. Oh, he's going to Mark of Disorient. Yeah, I don't know that I would have used serum. Well, wait, what? He didn't kill Cumex?
No, I guess
Okay.
he
I mean, I
wanted
guess
the
he killed
steal.
Unmorphine to steal, but
Yeah.
I probably would have killed Cumex, but it's fine.
Now the
Because that
interest.
way, if you killed Qmax, didn't use serum, next turn you can go into Logos. You can go into Logos uh, and then have a huge mutagenic serum hit as well on top of the Logos hit. But I mean, this also works.
The interesting thing is, I think that if he had Mark of Dist Star Alliance, I don't think that he has a way to take him off check in Star
Well,
Alliance.
Helms. Oh no, Helmsman wouldn't do it. Yeah, no, I think that actually was. That's fascinating. I think he missed an auto win there. I think you're correct. He could have Chan, but Chan didn't have anything else. Yeah, no, I think he missed. I think he missed an auto win. I mean, he's still a very dominant position,
Yeah, he's still in a
but
very
yeah, no, he did play Mark of this Star Alliance. I'm just making sure without Tabor on the board. Yeah, without Tabor on the board, it has no Amber control, so we missed an automatic win there. The odds of that haunting him in this match are very low, but if it does, bookmark this time and place, that's when he lost. But I think he'll probably be okay. I mean, to be fair to him, there are only a couple of cards that Nathan could have had
Yeah.
in Saurian. I mean, he happened to have two of them, but I mean, if there's a way to kill Brockus, I think you kill Brockus here. I would consider killing Brockus here, even if you don't go to check, because Brockus is probably the only way Nathan can climb back into the game. So I would Nathan yelling check
Check.
emphatically in the chat, understanding this is the first time and maybe only time this match he'll get to check.
I did it. You know, sometimes you take the moral victory of getting to check, or even forging the first key. So he does remove the Brachus,
That is crucial. All
which
right,
is
now I think the game
pretty
is
much
south
game.
for the
Yeah.
matter, but Nathan, and that's it. And the game is wow. I mean, you want to talk about a tale of two different matchups? Like round one, Nathan won this game 3-1. When the draw order is inverted, Nathan loses without forging a key. I mean, that's about as bad as it could possibly be for Nathan in that matchup. So, but you know, double elimination. You get two cracks at it, and Eccedo makes it pay off. So we will see not a rematch, but a match we have not seen yet.
Yes.
We're going to be seeing Eccedo versus a Waltus. That should be fun.